We're here in one of the most quaint, beautiful colonial cities in all of the Americas. Cuzco is an ancient capital city built by the Incas thousands of years ago, and this was actually their capital, the base for their whole administration. Now, historically, quite an interesting city because when the Spaniards came, they had no use for this mountainous city. They, of course, were seafaring people. They wanted to set up their capital city on coastal Peru, which, of course, now is the city of Lima. And Cusco, the ancient Incan capital, sort of floundered for hundreds of years until about 300 years ago, the Spaniards decided to set up their colonial town right atop of this ancient Incan town. So it's sort of the melding of two worlds here in Cusco, and it really is a beautiful city. You can see the terracotta roofs surrounded by these lowland hills, mountainous region. And it is a city that lights up at night. We've got some incredible cathedrals and churches and museums at the center core. We can get what's called the Cusco Pass and visit many of these for one price. But more interesting for me here in Cusco is just meandering through town. And this photo is really great. It illustrates sort of a typical shot you'll see here in Cusco. Now, on the right-hand side of this photo, you'll see ancient Incan stonework. Okay, this is authentic stuff built by the Incas thousands of years ago. On the other facade, we've got the Spanish colonial design, so quite beautiful there. And down the middle, these meandering cobblestone pedestrian-only walkways. And that's really what Cusco is all about. That's why you can spend a day here, 2 days here, 2 weeks here, 2 months here, and not be bored, just checking out the history here. And this, again, very quaint city, quite a safe city as well. Very, very good tourist facilities here, so we don't have too many troubles with safety issues. It also is a highland Incan town, so we're going to see people in their indigenous dress. We're going to hear a lot of Quechua being spoken, and some really cool things to do around here in Cusco. One of my favorites is to visit a llama farm. Now, this was my first experience holding a baby llama. These are my favorite animals, I should mention. All sorts of different llamas here. This is the only place I actually got to see the Rasta llama, which I've never seen again. Was pretty impressed to see at the llama farm. Other things we can take part in, Incan traditions. Well, how about some traditional cuy? And cuy actually translates to guinea pig. This is a bit of a delicacy for the Incas, and we can get that boiled. We can get it on skewers. Even some of the finer restaurants in Cusco, we can get some guinea pig. Sometimes they'll sit them up in their plates, and you feel like you're digging into what almost looks like a live animal, but fairly tasty. Now, if you're not interested in cuy, this is a fairly touristy place. So you can get a burger and fries and a shake. Pretty good tourist services here. Why? Because most of the people going to Machu Picchu, one of the most important sites for tourism in the entire world, are passing through here in Cusco. So if you did forget something for the Inca Trail, it's probably available here in Cusco: boots, fleeces, jackets, etc. Okay, and some great finds here for shopping. We can get some of these great Incan artifacts that people often are after. Okay, sometimes, in the Western world, we'll pay $30, $40 for one of these tapestries. In Cusco, you can get a handmade woven tapestry, sometimes under $10. Now, I don't want to make it sound like it's all touristy here. I mean, one of the fascinating things is watching the people make their crafts, and another is to see the local people going about their daily lives. I love this market here. It's not somewhere you'll definitely find if you don't know the city well, but here is a place where they still barter for their fruit and vegetables. People come with potatoes, they leave with onions. They come with onions, they leave with tomatoes. So pretty amazing to see some of these old traditional ways. Cusco is a great place to get a taste of that Incan culture and history. So that's a little taste of Cusco. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned something. Please visit me at www.kevinsworldvideotour.com. Thank you so much for listening.